responsibility.
You know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. Bol out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the 2. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get him a shot. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Now Booker. Durant with a screen on Dort. The kick to Durant. Fires the 3. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup.
This is one of the best to ever do it. Simply stated, Durant is lethal from behind the arc, and the efficiency is incredible.
Now here's Holmgren. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Devin Booker is the 2-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a 3-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
Now here's Durant. Against Chicago, he was really on his game. 4 on the clock. Here's Bol. And he buries his first look.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Richards. For 3, Durant. Dort grabs the miss. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Here's Booker. Dunn outside. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. He's all alone. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander knocks down the long J. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. And Doris, when you think about Kevin Durant, certainly a prolific scorer, but that's not the whole story.
What I love the most, I think, BA, about Kevin Durant is how much he loves playing the game of basketball. His availability is never in question as long as there is some measure of health. The work he puts in consistently. Anyone who's ever seen his routine, teammates, coaches, front office staff, they are in awe of the commitment to his craft.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. Give him 8.
Well, Kevin Durant can just hurt you in so many different ways. He's almost unguardable when he's pulling that jump shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Started now by Bol. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Oh, man, what vision by Booker. His playmaking is really underrated.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
Now here's Hartenstein. Still no points. Pass to Durant. Driving to the basket. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Well, they beat this team in their last matchup, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Durant with a screen on Dort. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Devin Booker has prided himself on talking to all the game's greats because he believes his talent is worthy of that. This guy, an all-around threat who's so dangerous with the ball.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, J-Dub rising to the rim. We see you, Mr. Williams.
Booker attacking. Lays it up and banks it in.
Hey, if you give him room, he's gonna score the ball.
Here's Holmgren. Misses the baby hook.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Phoenix Suns. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Yep, count it.
Boy, this guy is an absolute force of nature on the offensive end. SGA, I don't know what the defense is going to do with you.
Endorse, no doubt about it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Here's Durant. Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
Kevin Durant just lighting up the stat sheet right now. He's in a rhythm, and that's trouble.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Booker. Launches it. The putback. Boy, hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Dort against Booker. A powerful slam from Devin Booker.
Booker is always on the attack. That's nice.
Thunder trail by 3. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. The kick to Durant. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. The Thunder have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Dort for 3. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Bo. Nice move. Shakes him. Nifty move. And that's 2 points on the layup. Bo's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Holmgren on the take. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And building some power behind his drive. Holmgren managing to get there for an easy slam.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, BA. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And the Suns making a change here. Plumlee's checked in.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Richards is checked in for the Suns. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Yeah, and their assertiveness to the game so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And it's the Suns with the ball. After the basket by Oklahoma City. Durant for three. And the Suns get it back. Outside Bull. Durant, the pass to Booker. That's good. And so Durant. With the assist. Booker's got 9.
Instinct, skill, the ability to be rise and fire ready. Devin Booker, yes, sir.
Pass to Dort. Williams, a screen on Booker. Here's Dort. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, that was nasty. A 2-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daignault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
They have no answer defensively inside.
KD jams it straight down.
Kevin Durant has absorbed a big-time scoring role everywhere he's been. This guy is so special offensively.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Here's Booker. After the basket by Oklahoma City. And Booker throws it down.
Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Phoenix ball.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Screen by Durant. Booker attacking. The kick to Durant. There's the triple. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Booker's got 4 assists in the game.
That's his first triple of a second period, third of the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. A big triple! Gilgeous-Alexander!
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Phoenix out in front, leading by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello, and I think for Oklahoma City, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. And let's turn our attention to tonight's game. The Thunder find themselves in a real battle.
Well, they're not settling for...
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now,
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Kicking off the second half, here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. They've got Bradley Beal. Grayson Allen is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Damian Lee. And it's Iguodala in at the 5. 4 on the clock. Off the mark there with a 3. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for OKC. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side, and it didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Now here's Beal. Pass to Iguodaro. The 3 is up. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Allen against Wiggins. Williams, a screen on Allen. Back to Williams. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And then Beal with the dunk.
This guy's in attack mode. Bradley Beal taking it strong.
Oklahoma City trailing. And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Grant.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
Outside O'Neal. Pass to Lee. And here's Beal. Counted from distance. Beal's got 5 points.
Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Now here's Wallace. No made baskets yet. Here's Caruso. Here's Williams. Oh, a special move before that shot.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Phoenix is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the 3rd. Pass to Lee. Here's Iguodaro. Over Williams. For 3, O'Neal. Williams grabs the board. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 3 in the second half. And here's Caruso outside. Wiggins controls the rebound and the putback. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Well, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Number 1, the Thunder.
Their defense led to offense, and no team was better at forcing miscues and capitalizing at the other end.
Caruso with the bucket.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Three-pointer, Beal. It's tipped. And they'll keep possession. Here's O'Neal. Sinks that one from the post. O'Neal's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
The kick out to Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Lee. Hasn't got one to fall yet. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Caruso. The 3. Here's Williams. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Bradley Beal.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And Williams drops them both.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times. And that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Caruso outside. And he banks in the layup. Caruso's got 5 points now this quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Beal. He takes it in. That one is off. Good D by Wallace. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Williams passes to Wallace. And that one is stopped right through.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Beal, the pass to Allen. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 6. Back to Beal. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. And so it's Oklahoma City. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Just pounding the painted. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
So we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Aaron Wiggins out there with Kenrich Williams. Then it's Williams. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Caruso in at shooting guard. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. City ends up going with a new group. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words for his team over the last break. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Williams with the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 27.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And Booker with the jam.
Devin Booker sees a window of opportunity to get to the dribble drive game and takes advantage.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. It's stolen by Dunn. And the Suns pushing it up now. For 3, Durant. KD. What else would you expect?
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big three-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Pass to Holmgren. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively, but maybe... His best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Phoenix with it. Here's Durant. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with a screen on Booker. 6 to shoot. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The three-pointer off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now here's Durant. Back to Booker. From deep. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
I just love the ball.
Pass to Chang. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here's Durant, diving in, and it's slammed in by Durant.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Here's Jang. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Suns trail by 3. Outside Durant. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Dunn. Clock at 6. The kick to Durant. The Suns need to get off a shot. Booker for 3. That won't go. Making him 7 for 10 now. Thunder leading by 3. Hardenstein passes to Sajang. Holmgren with it. Back to Williams. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams a screen on Bowl. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Richards picks him up. Williams from long range. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Jang. Hardenstein at the post. Covered by Richards. They get the rebound. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes back up. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Durant. Yeah!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's Jang. And the ball out of play. The Suns will have it.
Oh my! Turning it over at such a critical point in the game. You know he feels awful.
Here's Booker. They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second team foul.
15 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
Phoenix calls timeout. There's 14 seconds left in the final quarter. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again. That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
Here's Durant. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
To tie it up. Can't knock in the 3. And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are
And the NBA, right here on. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3 slot. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Count that one for Dort.
How about the athleticism of Dort? You see the width he has, but man, he can outwork you defensively.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's good, Lillard.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Holmgren with a screen on Jackson. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
When Dame's on the move, you know something good's going to happen.
Dort against Lillard. Now, here's Dort. Not a lot of room. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Lillard, the pass to Prince. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes. So I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
And so it's Milwaukee now, after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, once Giannis gets the ball there, you can forget it.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Allman. David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Now, here's Lillard. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, career leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Nobody near Lillard. Cans it from downtown. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the pass to Dort. Williams sets a screen for Dort. Lopez grabs the board. Bucks leading by 3. Ball's knocked loose. Over in the corner, Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Never dialed back. SGA determined on the finish.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Now here's Lillard. 10 points for him. Giannis a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard finds Giannis. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-point.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 2. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's Lillard. 10 points for him. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. From outside the arc. The kick out to Lopez. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer, Lillard. And Holmgren pulls it down. Thunder shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Lopez kicks to Jackson. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. It's good. Lopez has got his first basket.
Just so smooth inside. Lopez, a gifted finisher as a big.
Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable. All-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done, and he wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do.
Here's Lillard. 10 points for him. Lopez outside. Off target from 3-point range.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now, here's Lillard. His last outing, 16 points for him. Poked away. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Lopez with the steal. Giannis outside. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Williams has got his second bucket tonight. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Dagnall said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't carve. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Holmgren with a screen on Prince. Puts up a 3. Holmgren can't hit. Bucks trail by 6. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Prince that time on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Prince has got 6.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And they got to bring the double team on.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. 7 seconds left in the first half of the game. Lillard from outside. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points come. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Well,
Gilgeous-Alexander is doing everything. Has total control of the offense. Reminds me of my good friend Kenny.
and now not a bad... That'll do it for our show tonight.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Green is out there with Gary Trent. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Sims in at the center, locking down the middle. 5 to shoot. Here's Kuzma. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. The Thunder leading by 9. And when you look at the career of Kyle Kuzma, he has played, Brent, various roles.
Yeah, Kevin, different spots and different things that have been asked of him by different coaches in different systems. So 6-man, spot-up shooter, go-to scorer. It speaks a lot to his adaptability. Hopefully he'll settle in and become the player that he knows confidently he is.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that. Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Here's Wallace. Over in the corner, Caruso. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Here's Sims. He's guarded by Williams. Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, and Portis needs to be pushed away from the rim. That's too easy.
On the wing, Wiggins. Guarded by Kuzma. Wiggins kicks to Caruso. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Caruso's got the lead up to 12 now for Oklahoma City. Wallace against Trent. Out to Kuzma. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And it's Wallace penetrating. Back to Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Trent passes to Green. Kuzma with the screen for Green. He can't get it to go. Wiggins with some nice D. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Portis. Wallace kicks to Caruso. From downtown, it's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 14. And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third. There's the pick. Here's Trent. Sims in the corner. 5 on the clock. Trent outside. And it's off from three-point range. The Thunder leading by 14. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Sims kicks to Trent. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
And let's take a look at Kyle Kuzma's numbers. Great showing for him last season. Last season, how about 22 points per, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
Kuzma with a screen on Caruso. Shots good by Green.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Wallace against Trent. From inside, kicks it out to Wiggins. Clock at 6. A wide open look here for Caruso. From outside, off the mark. Down low. Here's Portis. Williams with the defensive effort. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Oklahoma City out in front. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Williams, Alex Caruso out there with Case and Wallace. Then it's Williams, and it's Wiggins in at the three, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. Lillard's checked in for Milwaukee. Screen by Giannis. Jackson has the open look. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Nice find by Lillard. He deserves some recognition for that kind of passing.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that is no good. Now shooting 8 for 12 from the floor. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. And the shot goes in.
Inside, Giannis knows he's got all the tools, height, touch, power, it's all there.
Oklahoma City leading by 10. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Inside. Just 5 to shoot. And Lopez has it in the corner. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. Bucks trail by 14. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis with the dunk and throwing it down hard.
Giannis can shoulder any load, doing it here.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander connects from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in just the second half. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Giannis left side. Lillard surveying the D. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be his third foul so far.
14 foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the shot clock. Up it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to 10 points. Again, thanks to that one from Damian Lillard. Oklahoma City's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent. And how jarring is that when it happens, for instance, at midseason?
Well, Kevin, it can be pretty devastating for some teams, but for other teams, that change could be refreshing. And a lot of times, if the coach has had a longer tenure with the team, you can feel like a fish out of water with a new voice coming in.
Prince, the pass to Lillard. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Thunder leading by 10. For three, Holmgren. Rebounded by the Bucks. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth. Got us a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Headed to Kumbo. Again the miss by Lillard. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Thunder.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you. Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
To the middle, Holmgren with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing it.
welcome to Noche La... Just a few... games in the books thus far, Richard. As a player, how important is this part of the schedule?
It's crucial for a lot of guys. Right now, coaches are nailing down lineups and rotations. A strong start can set you up for the rest of the season.
Let's check out Milwaukee's starting lineup. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo outside. Jackson outside. Shot clock at 5. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Nice move. And the nice bucket inside from Booker.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
And stolen by Durant. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Done. The pass to Durant. Back to Dunn. It's Booker on the wing. Shoots a fadeaway. Connects from downtown. Booker's got 5.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, being consistent from deep.
Antetokounmpo. Oh, denied by Durant. The 3 ball. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of move.
And it's Antetokounmpo off the drive. Lillard outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard, the open look. Durant pulls it in.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Lillard. In his last outing, 16 points for him. And there's a whistle. That one goes on Royce O'Neal. That's his first foul of the game. Suns on D.
It's been a struggle for them to get anything to fall.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Rich.
They've traded a lot of picks away and to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league. And they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. A moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Brook Lopez.
He has stepped up on the defensive end. His blocks have come way up these past few months, showing some real intensity protecting the rim.
Now here's Lillard. He's scoreless. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Drops in the three.
Lillard gets so much lift on his three-pointers, it's almost effortless how he shoots.
Booker against Jackson. It's Booker on the wing. Coming off 41 points last game out. The kick to Durant. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Durant's got 8 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
And Lillard, here we go. And the dunk by Lillard.
The defense gets cut to shreds by Lillard on the drive. He's just so quick and agile.
And Booker with the jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the jam.
And just tremendous putback ability. Giannis with that length and agility, just unstoppable.
And Durant slams it home.
Okay, KD for a little extra on that one.
Shot and game clock separated by 5.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of this game. And he knocks down the first one. Good on both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Booker looking around. Outside Durant. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Phoenix out in front. Up. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
On the floor for Milwaukee. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3.
It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. Lillard is a walking bucket.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
And here's Milwaukee now. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Let's watch Dame here. Excellent D there from O'Neal.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
The kick to Durant. Over Lillard. And another basket for Phoenix.
Just maybe the best scoring forward of all time, and by maybe I mean he is. Yet again, it's Durant with a big night.
And there's a whistle. That one goes on Royce O'Neal. That's his third foul of the game.
They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Lillard outside. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard can't get that one to fall.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Booker against Jackson. O'Neal passes to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Now Lillard, 9 points in the game. And there's the drive. All right, Greg, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Screen by Durant. Here's Booker. A powerful slam from Devin Booker.
Plays hard in every facet of the game. Nothing that Booker can't do.
Pass to Prince. Back to Lillard. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Nice looking shot. I mean, especially from that deep.
Booker with it, and Lopez picks him up. Booker can't get it to go.
Oh, pretty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Jackson finds Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Booker. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Very pretty alley-oop.
Capable of scoring from any area. Love when Durant takes charge and dominates like this.
Out to Lillard. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Tipped away, and it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. And a quick pause here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and check out last season's best shot blockers. Third is Brook Lopez.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
A nice shot by Booker.
And we've kind of come to expect this performance from Booker every night. His scoring is just that consistent.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard passes to Jackson. Lillard looking around. 5 to shoot. Inside. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. The shot clock violation.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
The Suns lead by 12. We've got 33 seconds left in the second period. Dunn outside. Pass to Durant. Launches a three. Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper.
This brings him to 3 total makes from the arc, with just 1 in this half so far.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Down low. And stolen by Durant. And the Suns pushing it up now. Now here's Booker. 1 second left. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we finished off one half of... Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
For the Knicks, they'll be up against the Hornets in Charlotte. Start time, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Gentlemen, I can't wait for that game we've been talking about.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Bucks.
Their defense has...
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We've got Bol. Bradley Beal's out there with Grayson Allen. Then there's Damian Lee and Iguodala in at the center position. And that's the group for Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. Phoenix leading by 15. It's Beal on the wing, defended by Portis. Pass to Iguodala. Clock at 6. Lee on the wing. The three is up. Rebound, Milwaukee. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Trent outside. Three-pointer, no good. Phoenix has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Allen drives. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Suns lead by 17.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Trent. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Green. Wing shot on the way. Here's Kuzma. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Now here's Beal. And that one's good. Iguodala.
Good eyes, Bradley Beal. That's a nice setup there.
The Bucks trail by 17. Portis with a screen on Allen. Green for 3. The shot that time not on target.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Beal gets the bucket.
Oh, using that picture-perfect form. Beal claps back with the 3.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. Trent outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now here's Beal. Crafty move. Pass to Bol. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Trent against Beal. Portis with a screen on Beal. Trent, the pass to Portis. Kuzma outside. Portis a screen. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Bull after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Bull, a screen on Trent. Here's Beal. And no good. The Bucks trail by 16. Green for three. Kuzma outside. Portis a screen. Kuzma, the pass to Sims. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Left side, Green. Out to Portis. There's the three. That shot missing. And so it's Phoenix with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. They've got Gary Trent, Bobby Portis out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Green, and it's Sims in at the center position. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And the Bucks going with a whole new group out there. Now here's Lillard. He's covered by O'Neal. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Durant pulls it in. Durant's got 4 rebounds now. Into the lane. And it's slammed in by Durant.
And you see those long strides of Durant eating up ground in a hurry.
Bucks trail by 20. Lillard outside. 4-3. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Bucks shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. And there's the whistle. And I think that was a clear path foul there. Yep, the offense will get one shot at the line and retain possession. The first one falls. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Now here's Lillard. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. From behind the arc. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Booker. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Lillard with the ball. O'Neal covers. Takes a three. Richards pulls it in. The Suns lead by 13. Durant for three. And Booker with the jam.
You love the way Booker works for his points.
Milwaukee has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Pass to Lopez. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Lillard passes to Lopez. 5 on the clock. Lopez, the screen. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Lillard. And Booker has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Dunn, the pass to Booker. And the Suns get it back. Pass to Durant. The three. Off target. 8 for 12 from the floor.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Lillard outside. Lillard can't get that one to fall. Phoenix leading by 15. Here's Durant. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Durant's got 21 points in the game.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Now here's Lillard. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Lillard's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Suns.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Kevin Durant.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Now here's Lopez. Pass to Lillard. From outside the arc. On target from range.
3-point field goal.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
23 seconds left to play in the fourth. Durant with a screen on Jackson. Here's Booker. Shot clock at 6. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. And the Suns lead by 15. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson.
season and teams focus on situational awareness. Doris, what have you noticed so far this season?
Yeah, Kev, these situations are really all about execution, right? Are players poised in late clock situations? First of all, do they recognize where the shot clock is? Can they adeptly and quickly read defenses? So those are some of the things I'm watching for.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The guard pair form, Gilgeous-Alexander and Williams. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. And it's Jang in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Jang. Jang with a screen on O'Neal. Here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Look out, because if Jalen Williams wants to put it on the deck and get to the cup, I would not lose my mind and step in front of him.
And here's Booker from the arc. Lets it go from deep. Durant, no good. We're about 1 minute into the first. And with the score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. It can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
And here is Holmgren after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Got a piece of it. Done with it. Williams picks him up. One-on-one fast break. Durant just inside the line. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Durant's got his second bucket of the night. Williams has a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein finds Williams. Down low, Holmgren. It's rebounded by Durant.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Booker, coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. Pass to KD. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Jang with a clean look. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Puts up a deep 3. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. To the paint. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
The drive by Booker, and the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on O'Neal. Williams passes to Holmgren. Now Hartenstein. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. And that one is good from Hartenstein.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Back to Durant. Here's the 3. And the Suns miss again.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Jang with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Jang the pass to Williams. Over O'Neal. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness. What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Scooped up. Here's Hartenstein. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Left side Durant. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
And here's Booker. Pass to Durant. And stolen by Jang. Nobody near Williams. Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got 5.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
And so it's Oklahoma City heading to the bench with a... And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor, a lot of the damage coming in transition.
Taking a look at the Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. The guard pair for Gilgeous-Alexander and Williams. And it's Jang in at the 3. Now here's Durant. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. He has 7.
Well, you see the unlimited range of Kevin Durant, and how easy is it to the Slim Reaper?
Right wing. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. For 3, Holmgren. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
Oklahoma City ball.
And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Second, the Thunder.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
Pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 4 to shoot. Hartenstein can't get it to go. Suns trail by 9. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he's something else. Hey, thank you. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
So smooth on the 3 from Durant.
And he's now made 3 3-pointers here in the second, starting to get it going.
Pass to Holmgren. Nifty move. He takes it up and lays it in. Holmgren's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
The drive by Booker puts the move on. Devin Booker driving it down the lane.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 5. And he finishes nicely on the lane. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, you talk about a foundational piece. Just start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working. And the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent, they want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on O'Neal. Gilgeous-Alexander against O'Neal, and Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Williams.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
KD sets the pick for Booker. Right side, Kevin Durant. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Booker for 3. Williams. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only got better as the game's gone on.
And the dunk by Booker.
Quality decision-making off that pick and roll. Booker just taking what the defense gives him.
The drive by Holmgren. Here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Dunn. And Williams throws it down.
Woo-hoo, that's the athleticism you talked about with Jalen Williams. This guy can get off his feet in a hurry.
KD, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Durant. Dunn outside. Back to KD. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. KD's got 11 points in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence could be higher. The coach knows it.
Well, all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
You know, for the Suns, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They've had...
Thanks for spending half...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. You got Grayson Allen. He's out there with Bradley Beal. Lee out there with Bowl. And it's Iguodala in the 4-man position. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
The Thunder leading by 6. Here's Caruso. Iguodala grabs the rebound. The Suns shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively.
First team foul.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. And it's Ball slamming it down.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Number 1, Grayson Allen.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Allen. last year getting it done. First in three-point field goal percentage, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And you're right. Not only did he dial it up from deep all year, he did it with tremendous consistency. That's the kind of three-point efficiency you want.
Boy, when Beal's effective inside, he can change the tenor of the game for his team.
Wiggins sets a screen for Caruso. Wiggins outside. Up top, Dort, covered by Lee. Dort kicks to Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Thunder lead by 4. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Greg, in the process to bring in all their stars, the Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
To the inside, Bull. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Bull's got 6 here in this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Stolen. Beal with it. Buries it from three-point range. Beal's got 7.
Well, some guys over the course of their career just keep developing, and Bradley Beal came in as a sweet shooter, and he continues to do it.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. AD says, I believe in this team, and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the 3 of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin is certainly the talent.
David, indeed they do. Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Number 55. Isaiah Hartenstein.
Caruso looking for an opening. Outside, Dort. Wiggins outside. Driving inside. Just 5 on the clock. Hartenstein can't get it to go. Suns lead by 3. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise. Oh, Jalen Williams gets a good look from that corner, and the three-point shot is pure.
Out to Lee. Bull, a screen on Chang. The drive by Lee. Pass to Iguodaro. Allen against Williams. Releases. Phoenix, no good that time either. Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. And that one, good.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And finished off by Beal.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Phoenix. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Substitution on the court.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
At the line for the Thunder, Jang, 1 shot. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
On the wing, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. On defense, Phoenix. They trail by 1. Williams, a screen on Dunn. Watch again. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Durant, the long-range shot finds its mark.
KD, if you allow him to spot up, the easy money sniper will not miss.
Pass to Chang. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Williams. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
It doesn't matter what position Jalen Williams happens to be playing on any given night. This guy's a force offensively.
Here's Durant. KD, so efficient in there.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Hartenstein passes to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Checked in with a short break in the action. Gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. The message was simple. Keep fighting. Coach told his team, we're in this. We just need some extra effort. Let's go. See if they can come back. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
long, 7'1" with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
O'Neal looking around. Back to Booker. And Devin Booker in the paint.
Boy, you see how confident Devin Booker is down low. Doesn't even think twice about looking to score in there.
Williams sends a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big time clutch delivery.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Booker brings the fans to their feet.
Oh, the elite competitor that Devin Booker is. Big moment to be had. Yes, it's his time.
Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with it. Hartenstein with the screen on Booker. Dort. The kick out to Williams. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. KD passes to Richards. And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker. Oklahoma City trailing. Williams attacking. Oh, that was something else.
Jalen Williams relishes the opportunity to deliver in the clutch, and boy, does he answer.
KD sets the pick for Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Isaiah Hartenstein. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead.
Boy, as fantastic as Devin Booker's offensive arsenal is, to me, the best part, his competitive edge and toughness, it sets him apart nightly. You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Pass to Holmgren. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. To take the lead. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And Booker kicks to Durant. Can't knock in the three. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. The inbound, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a free. The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review it.
The play is under video review under NBA rules.
Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in end. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
Guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's KD for three. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflect.
Opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, BA. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
And the Oklahoma City starting 5. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4. Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And out of bounds, Milwaukee will have it. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Outside, inside, in between, doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
But Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
Now here's Lopez. In his last outing, 16 points for him. 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard.
The sweat that Gilgeous-Alexander puts in on defense does everything he can to trip you up.
Holmgren with a screen on Prince. Williams from long range. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Bucks head coach. Our topic was how to defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Dort, the pass to Holmgren. Dort, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Holmgren. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Now here's Lillard. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Here's the 3. And another miss by Milwaukee.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Oh, got that one up quick. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Clock is at 3. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Got it. Prince has got his second basket.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That'll be a second foul of the game. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard passes to Prince. And it's all tied up. He's got 7.
Prince gets the ball and knows he's ready to let it fly. This guy plays with great confidence.
Pass to Holmgren. Yep, that one's good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the dunk.
There are very few guys that move with the grace that Antetokounmpo does on his drive. He's got an easy, long, ground-eating gait that's very effective.
Pass to Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the dunk.
Giannis is a monster around the rim. Too easy there.
Williams against Prince. Williams up top. No points so far. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Now Jackson. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Dort to the paint. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Superb initiative from Antetokounmpo. I mean, that may be something we overlook, but being able to take that initiative allows him to be a real menace when he's rolling to the rim after a pick.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Out to Lillard. What if it goes? Oh, and the buzzer beater is... good!
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Bucks ahead, up 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian.
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that.
Hey, Lillard has the passing skills you like to see in a guard, and you can trust him to make the right play.
Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
Rejected by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
Jackson gets the bucket.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Williams, a screen on Jackson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Prince grabs the miss. The Bucks leading by 8. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Lillard. To the wing, right side. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Holmgren. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Recognizes the fast break opportunity and takes full advantage. Gilgeous-Alexander has a solid feel for the game.
And another miss by Milwaukee. Thunder trail by 4. Williams passes to Holmgren, and stolen by Jackson. Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Prince. Out to Lillard. Puts up a three. Yes, sir! You can count on Dave from deep. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up, Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, B.A. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency. Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. You know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Tell you what, Dame wasn't unknown entering the league, but I'm not sure many folks predicted this kind of career for him.
Jackson surveying the D. There's 53 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Dort with it. Jackson in his pocket. Dort, the pass to Holmgren. Over on Antetokounmpo. And another miss by Oklahoma City. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Pass to Lopez. Fires for 3. Fires in the triple. Lopez has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. To halt the run. The Thunder with another miss.
Started out strong for three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Lopez. Jacks up a 3. The shot no good. And so we wrap up the first half. Bucks ahead, up 11. All right, Allie's ready to go. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Welcome, one and all.
You know, right now for the Thunder, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have.
And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Where's the intensity at?
That's it for us. Thanks.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Green out there with Gary Trent. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's Sims in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA. And the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere. We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Portis against Williams. Pass to Sims. Clock at 6. Trent outside. To the middle. That one's good. Sims has gotten his first basket of the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And here's Caruso outside. The rebound by Sims. The Bucks leading by 12. Kuzma finds Trent. The kick out to Kuzma. Portis, the pass to Sims. Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams. 4th, the Thunder.
It's one thing to be aggressive getting to the line. And last year, they made good on the opportunities when they presented themselves.
Caruso outside. Drills it from deep. Caruso's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Caruso against Green. Oh, Williams with the block. Inside. Wiggins for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Green. Excellent D there from Wiggins. Thunder trail by 9. To the inside. And there's Caruso. That one's good on the assist by Wiggins.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Trent outside. To the middle. Outside for Green. Williams grabs the board. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this 3rd quarter. Here's Caruso. That one goes. Count it. Caruso's got 7 now in this quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Portis. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Caruso. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
1:43 left to play in the 3rd quarter here. Trent on the wing. Watched by Wallace. Here's Sims. And that one's good. Nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the 2nd effort.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Here's Caruso. 7 points in the game. Going inside. Can't connect from short range. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Bucks. 7-point differential. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Wiggins for 3. Connects from downtown. Wiggins has got 5 now.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Portis against Williams. Here's Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Boy, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Rising off the ground like that. Kuzma takes a lot of pride, not only in finishing with finesse, but power, too.
Caruso with the bucket.
You know, so far, he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Portis finds Trent. Portis the screen. To the left side wing. Back to Trent. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Sims. Gets it off. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Milwaukee out in front, leading by 4. We've got more in store for you. A moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers.
We got to close this quarter out, and it's big.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Kenrich Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Cason Wallace. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Williams in at the 5. Oklahoma City on D. Trailing by 4. Pass to Lopez. 3-pointer off the mark. Oklahoma City's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pulls it from the corner and off the left side of the rim. It swirls in for him.
Love that from Antetokounmpo. No hesitation.
Lillard comes with a double. Inside. Here's Dort. Rejected by Lopez. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Hartenstein against Lillard.
Rising up there. Wow, didn't know you had that thing.
Holmgren goes in, and the big finish by Holmgren.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Lillard up top. Back to Antetokounmpo. No good on the triple. Thunder trail by 4. From deep, Holmgren. Oh, Holmgren! The touch from range.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Prince, the pass to Lillard. Back to Prince. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Putting that stanchion to the test, the big fella, banging it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. The shot off that time. The Bucks leading by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at the end of a game this close. They're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
Line to the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 1 shot. The play will be reviewed on NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing...
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
For Giannis, his length and instincts on defense make him a feared shot blocker.
Pass to Lillard.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter here. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard converting inside.
Off the pick and roll, you know that Dame is looking for his shot.
Thunder trail by 7. Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
I guess you don't need 2 hands when 1 will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Lillard. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Lillard. Fade away. Again, the miss by Lillard. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
Lillard up top. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Lopez, the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard against Hartenstein. Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Holmgren.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Offensive rebound. The putback, Holmgren.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? You know, he misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
Question is, now can they protect the three-point lead he's given them?
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Caruso to tie it up. The three won't fall, and he buries it.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
I don't know if they should actually look for the three here. That's a bit greedy. I'd take a good look, even if it's a two-point basket. Take the high percentage shot.
Number 3, Kevin Porter Jr.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, no good! So it's a narrow victory for the Bucks. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill.
what are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Booker out there with O'Neal. And it's Durant. Then there's Dunn. And it's Richards in at the 5.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, and the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. Booker with the screen for KD. Booker against Jackson. Basket counts. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact.
O'Neal against Lillard. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Giannis has great confidence, and he's playing with it here.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. During our talk, I asked Coach what makes Kevin Durant one of the best scorers ever. He told me it's insane that a 7-footer has that much skill. Kevin truly is one of a kind. Now, no one can stop him one-on-one. We need a team effort. Of course, KD's going to the Hall of Fame, and he's still giving opponents nightmares late in his career. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here is Durant, following the bucket by the Bucks. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark. Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard surveying the D. There's the 3.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
You love how sudden Durant can be with that attack, and he sliced up the defense. They were unprepared.
Giannis kicks to Lillard. Down low, Lopez. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Just so smooth inside. Lopez, a gifted finisher as a big.
Booker the pass to KD. Booker is screen on Antetokounmpo. And KD throws it down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Giannis inside. Durant's there. Lillard outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. And Giannis throws it down.
Yeah, once Giannis gets the ball there, you can forget it.
1:33 left to play in the first quarter. KD sets the pick for Booker. Outside Durant. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Jackson. Booker looking around. 6 to shoot. Good, nice job down low. Booker's got 11 points.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Giannis kicks to Prince. Lillard outside. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Giannis. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by KD. From deep three-point land, Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks trail by 5. Durant with the steal. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone.
Yeah, it's funny, you talk about players using their body to get into the lane. Kevin Durant using his arms to get into the lane starts the break.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard against O'Neal. Lillard outside. Knocks it loose. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Suns lead by 7. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And Lillard can knock these things down in his sleep. He makes it look so easy.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Pass to Lillard. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here he goes. There's Giannis taking flight.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Durant up top, covered by Giannis. Durant, the pass to Dunn. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Lillard attacking. Lopez outside. Lopez sets a screen for Prince. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
KD sets the pick for Booker. Outside Durant, back to Booker. Out to the right wing. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Off target from outside. So for Phoenix, their last game, a win against the Chicago Bulls. The drive by Booker. Fires for 3. Booker sinks the 3.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Lillard outside. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Giannis. The kick out to Lopez. Prince dishes to Lopez. Here is Lillard. His last outing, 16 points for him. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now.
Watch out! The damaging Durant flying right through. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And he gets it back. KD finds Booker. Misses the 3. And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 6. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle, and they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
And it's good for 2.
There is this old school feel about Dame's game. Even though he utilizes the 3, he'll get to the mid-range and bury those.
Run for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar. And these guys have been contenders ever since. Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
KD sets the pick for Booker. A kick out to O'Neal. Goes back up. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And the D has to respect Booker's passing ability. Fantastic at finding guys in their spots.
O'Neal against Lillard. Outside Jackson. Back to Antetokounmpo over Durant. Jackson passes to Antetokounmpo. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Dunn. Traps in the tray. Prince has got 6 points. On the drive, Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. His production. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those.
And guys, let's take a moment to... Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. They've got Bradley Beal. He's out there with Grayson Allen. Lee out there with Bol Bol. And it's Iguodala in at the 4-man position.
First team foul.
Outside, Beal sinks the three-pointer. And the Suns lead by 6.
Mixing it up just a little bit, Beal gets himself some room to work with using that screen.
Porter double team. Here's Trent, and he banks in the layup. Trent's got 4 points this quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
It's tipped. Porter with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. A wide open look here for Kuzma. And Bol pulls it down. Suns leading by 4 to the paint. Iguodala powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Nice shot by Portis.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Beal. Rebounded by the Bucks. Outside Portis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And that one is stuffed right through.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Porter with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Trent with the wide open look. Here is the open three to cap the break. Trent's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks. Here's Beal. That one goes. Count it. Beal's got his second basket of the night.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Porter looking it over. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Look at the ups on Kyle Kuzma.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Porter against Beal. Porter kicks to Trent. And the three off target. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. It's a 1-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Lee outside. Sims with the rebound. Milwaukee has gone 1 or 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. So he gets them both. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Porter against Beal. Up and in on the layup. Beal's got 9 points. The Bucks trail. On the wing, Porter. He's covered by Beal. Porter kicks to Trent. Pass to Sims. Here's Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. Chalk up 2 there. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
Oh, and the dunk by Beal. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Phoenix.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
And another part of what they've done tonight is to get a lot of work done in the mid-range. And that's a shot that a lot of teams are willing to let you take. Well, they've knocked them down.
They double-team Beal. The Suns shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Everyone knows that Bradley Beal is going to produce, but he plays with such great effort at both ends. He doesn't just kick his feet up when he's on D.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Here's Trent. Pass to Sims. 24 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They set the pick. 4 on the clock. Trent, that's a 2-pointer. No good from the wing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Iguodala, no good. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Suns ahead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
The kick out to Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Good soft hands there from Lopez. Efficient in the catch-and-shoot motion.
Booker outside. Stolen by Jackson. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Durant dishes to Booker. Off target from three-point range. Milwaukee's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12.
Giannis can shoulder any load, and he's doing it here.
Down against Antetokounmpo. For three, Durant. So smooth on the three from Durant. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Lillard against O'Neal. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lillard. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Booker inside. Guarded by Jackson. Misses the easy stuff. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by 1. He takes it in, and then Lillard slams it in.
When Dame's on the move, you know something good's going to happen.
The Suns have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Booker inside, and Antetokounmpo's there. Kicks it out to Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot, and when he's rolling like this, watch out.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Vital basket there. This is just the time, and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Booker out to KD. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Richards. The Suns need to get a shot off. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said, if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. I'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Thank you, David. KD against Giannis. Now here's Lillard. Tight defense on him. Lopez, no luck. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And stolen by Lillard. One-on-one here. Here's Jackson.
Remember that one, guys. A difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
For 3, Durant. And the Suns miss again.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
Cashes in on the technical there, and that will extend the lead.
.29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A 3 nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
How many times do we see Lillard just change the face of the game from downtown?
Looking to end the run. And so the Bucks take the win. A confident win and one where the... All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony...